All right,
Yeah, baby.
that face, it just sounded like he didn't laugh in that scene, you know? Like
Yeah.
He just had his face out. I don't know. Could be wrong.
He just has what?
His face out. That's a new term I created. So yeah, we got this new Joker movie coming out starring Joaquin Phoenix, directed by Todd Phillips, who gave us the Hangover trilogy.
Which is odd because, you know, when you think of that, how do you go dark?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
How
I
do you
haven't
transition?
seen the third Hangover. Well, if you look at the trailer, maybe some clips, it is kind of dark. So Joey said it was that way. And
Yeah.
of course, Hangover 2 was kind of dark and dingy. You know,
Yeah, a little darker. Yeah.
After months of production, seeing the stills or at least a few pictures of him in the costume, finally got a teaser trailer. I believe it'd be a teaser, counted as not a trailer.
Well, what would you
Although I
call
think
it?
we got enough.
Full length? I mean, it kind of goes through the paces a little bit.
So for those who don't know, basically this is the Joker origin tale. It's a failed stand-up comedian, driven insane, and becomes a psychotic murderer. So it's a family film.
Yeah, bring your children.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, it stars a lot of people. I mean, you got Robert De Niro, which he was in that trailer, of course. So yeah, let's just get into it. What was your anticipation and the outcome?
I'll let Megan take that one over.
She just saw it, guys.
I just looked at it.
She's still processing your thoughts.
I have more questions than I do responses. Like, there we go. Just why did DC decide to do an origin story for a villain? Like, what's their purpose? Is there a demand for that? Do they feel like
people love the Joker, and I think it might be because Leto left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
Yeah,
I thought he was all right.
I don't think I'll go see it.
At this point, really?
No.
Is it because you're like maybe confused by it? Because it's like, why are you guys doing this?
I don't.
Are you a Joker fan?
No, I don't care.
I think this is made for the Joker fans.
The Joker
really
fan
love
base.
The Joker.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think it's honestly, I think
care.
this is birthed out of like we didn't get enough Heath Ledger, and this is as close as we
That's
can
what
get.
I was trying to get at with
Leto
my
Feels
comment.
like it.
What's that?
That's what I was trying to get at before
Yeah.
I took it elsewhere. Is it this like a Heath Ledger thing? Because he was phenomenal.
Yeah,
I
so I
could
think-
see people wanting to see
Yeah.
that.
Leto took it like
Leto
somewhere
took it
else
like a
entirely.
millennial, like, you know, you're almost a gangster.
He took
kind
it
of,
like he just won an
yeah.
Oscar, basically. He method acting, and they want copy Ledger.
Because
I
he's a
get it.
great actor, but Bad Boy.
Well, to be fair, I mean,
You can't make a
that's what
sexy
sucks about
Joker.
the whole Suicide Squad experience. They filmed a ton of footage of him, and we didn't get to see any of it.
Yeah.
They cut most of that out, which was just a mistake. But then again, we probably wouldn't get this film possibly. But this film takes a big risk. It is finally giving us an origin to the Joker. Like, I guess since '89 Batman, that was probably the last time they really explored like this is
Kind
who
of
he
like
was and all this. So
Batman villains are the best.
Aren't
they
they?
are. I mean, that's
they
that's
are.
why
They're like-
Arrow uses them, and like a bunch of other superheroes use them because their rogues gallery isn't the best. It's not Batman.
Well, they're every iteration of insecurities that Batman has.
Mm-hmm.
And they play out well because Batman doesn't know how to deal with his own insecurities.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the Joker works so well. That's why the Scarecrow works well. It's all things that he's afraid of in real life that he can't figure out in his own mind.
Well, someone put it best like in a meme or something on Facebook. I thought it was like, spot on. What they took away from the teaser was the '89 Batman. He was thrown into chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
This movie, he's thrown into society.
Yeah.
Because he's saying like it's getting really rough out there, and he's like really skinny. Like he really
Almost like, it's almost like they're saying that being bullied. Because, I mean, from the trailer that I saw, like, I don't know, did that turn him into what he
I guess
is now?
Yeah. They'll probably unravel a few more things.
Yeah.
There's so much to take from it. Like, was he trying to be a comedian? Which that does play into the Killing Joke comic.
Mm-hmm.
Killing Joke's a great origin tell. But that's the thing with the Joker. Like, you don't really have to accept any origin. It's like, it's the fans' interpretation or what they like the best. And maybe that's why this movie will be forgiven for that, because it is taking a risk. The Ledger thing had so much mystery.
Yeah.
I got these scars, and he told different stories each time, so it was just a whole myth, basically. Like, where'd this guy come from? We don't know. But this one just puts it all out there, so gives him a mom he cares for, and I assume maybe she passes away to maybe send him off into needing help, like he's, being talked to in the beginning by the psychiatrist. There is, I was talking to Mitch the other day about, after we just saw the teaser, there's a scene where he goes up to a boy, and it's kind of like It vibe. I don't know. I guess if you're out in nature and you see a clown walk by a wall with a big red nose, it's kind of just gives me that It vibe, like doesn't belong here. But he made that boy smile through the gates, and I told Mitch, I think that's Bruce Wayne, a young Bruce Wayne, and that might be why he's conflicted to never kill him. That's also Batman's code, but he never. Joker's like done so much terrible things, so maybe it's kind of like he made me smile at the worst time in my life when my parents died. But then again, did he kill the parents? Do we really?
Well, we get that leading up to the ending of the movie. Yeah,
Thomas Wayne was shown in the teaser. He was on television talking about how Gotham's just getting worse and worse. There's a lot of stuff to take in. There was like looked like they're at like a museum where he gets kicked out of. He does like that terrible backflip, like it really hurt. They had like banners down, and it almost looked like Lauren Hardy or Charlie Chaplin. I don't know if you saw I don't know what that's all about, really. And of course, he's rocking a gun in that scene where he's like stretching, and it shows him like cock the gun and stuff. I don't know. There's so much to digest, I guess. I mean, you're probably still thinking like, what did I just see?
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by it. I think it is very risky for them to do this in a way, just because they kind of doing away with the shared
stuff. It was missing a wow factor for me.
What's that?
It was missing a wow factor for me in the trailer.
Yeah, it's like an art house movie, basically. Yeah. It's like it's a character study. That's what I got from it. It's not very flashy. And this is pretty much a one and done, I would say. I don't see Joaquin Phoenix signing up for a multiple picture deal. This seems to be just a one-off to me.
I hope not.
Well, if it's a big hit, maybe. But to me, he's kind of like what Depp was before Depp got big. Maybe, you could say. Although he's kind of weird.
Well, he's always lurked in the shadows and always
actor.
Played bad guys and these one-off characters that have entirely dark souls,
which makes it so amazing when you see him in those.
Right. Yeah. Which is the reason why, when I first thought about it, I thought, I don't know. But then I saw some stills and stuff like that, and the little teaser where he's dancing around and all that stuff, and then the very end where he does that little smirk.
Yeah.
That right there sold it for me.
Yeah.
This is a dark story. It's going to be. It almost has a Scorsese feel, and I thought that somebody said that he's producing it. So that there's some nods to Scorsese in there itself. Obviously, De Niro doing a talk show. That's another movie that De Niro did with Scorsese.
King of Comedy, which starred Jerry Lewis and Robert De Niro. I never seen that film, but I think that might take a dark turn. Like he idolizes Jerry Lewis and wants to be a comedian, and he tries so hard to make people laugh. So that's like a total relation to this, I see, just failure. He's trying to, he was like, I was meant to make people laugh, and he can't make it happen.
The other interesting thing is notice the simplicity in his lines that he said, my mom always wanted me to make somebody laugh. And he's scribbling a very childish way of saying things. Yeah. Like he doesn't fully understand the world and doesn't understand why it's beating him up, and yet it's Gotham, and we get the Gotham Hospital. I mean, there's so many nods. I've heard rumors that when he's in the elevator, I
was just going to ask about that.
That little question mark, is that the Riddler?
See the question mark.
That's in the very back where the guy's like shaking all over the place in the bed.
It's on the wall, the elevator.
Yeah, and you just see this fall into a darkness. I love the music.
Yeah,
the music is perfect. And I like that they're taking a more gritty, realistic approach instead of like, how'd you get these scars? It's just one man and the entire community made him this way. And then you have Batman, or Bruce Wayne, basically, and he doesn't know what to think of him and thinks that he should make him smile and doesn't know what's coming.
That's my guess, is that's him as a child, and that would start that relationship where he's conflicted. Like, he made me laugh in a way. He actually literally forced me to laugh, and now he's doing these terrible things, and I got to stop him, and I can't kill him because just what happened as a kid.
And the big problem is a lot of people are complaining about now is the age difference of the Joker and Batman.
I was just going to mention that too, because how old did he look in that scene?
Oh, he could. Well, I mean, it's tough. I don't know how old they're trying to portray him, and I think it's supposed to be in the 80s.
Yes,
is when it's supposed to be taking place.
Piece, yeah.
So that would mean that there's at least a 20 to almost. Well, let's assume Batman's 10. I don't know how old he was when his parents died, but I mean, that puts 13, a good 20 to 25 year age difference.
This is its own thing, though. I think it's a one-off.
I hope not, though. I mean, it just looks so perfect.
Yeah, I think. But the problem is, it's such a character study focused in on him. Like his origins, it's probably where it peaks, and after that, you're gonna have to bring in Batman and all these other tropes. I don't see them doing that if they're going to do the Matt Reeves Batman, unless those are connected.
But remember, Matt Reeves said that Batman that they're trying to do is going to be placed in the 80s.
Well, he said a noir piece. I don't know. Okay. I mean, that could mean that. We don't know what he's going to be doing with that. So,
and I thought his name was supposed to be Jack Napier.
That was 89.
Okay,
that was 89.
Because didn't they come out with a comic book that gave him a different name?
Well, I think Arthur might have been his name in the Killing Joke comic, but I know now in the DC universe they actually did give him a name, and it was Jack Napier. They finally decided to pay homage to the 89, but before that, he didn't really have a name. So that was just made up for the 89 film, basically.
Anybody notice that the psychologist that was talking to him in the very opening had something Kane on the end? This is an homage to Bob Kane.
Oh, I did not notice that.
I didn't see that either.
Yeah.
In the elevator scene, I got an Arkham Asylum vibe.
Yeah.
When Batman takes him in, and Joker's shaken in that scene, the video game, which came out a long time ago. But yeah, I see a lot of inspiration. So yeah, the only reason why I don't.
Why is he in the elevator with that person?
I don't know.
Well, and
I could almost think it's Arkham Asylum.
Yeah. What did it say? Something like that?
It just said Arkham Hospital, General Hospital, or something like that.
My guess is, I mean, I'm totally guessing, but his mom sheltered him all his life.
Is his mom in there?
Could be.
I don't. Well, I mean, there's scenes of them at their home or apartment.
Who's playing his mom though? Because she looks famous.
Yeah,
she was in Green Mile. I think she was the possessed, or not the possessed. She was dying, and Michael Clark Duncan. It was the warden's wife.
Okay.
She's been in a lot of things. I don't recall her name. I think that's her. I'm not 100%. My guess is she may have sheltered him his whole life, and that's why he's like learning the hard way, and he can't really handle it.
Sheltered or babied?
Yes, both.
Okay.
Cradled.
Maybe he had to go to Arkham for who knows why he went there, but maybe that's what helped to intrigue him into getting into.
Well, and we get that scene where he finally snaps, and I think we think
it's a scene where he finally snaps.
I'm sorry, Mark Maron's in this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really? I love him.
There's a lot of people in it. Yeah.
Hold on. I was gonna give
Frances Conroy. She plays the mom.
Okay.
Penny Fleck is her name in the film. Yeah, she's been in a ton of things. Green Mile's definitely one of them.
And they're still using that same kind of feel that the Justice League did with the opening and the sign and all that stuff.
What's that?
Just the kind of bold lettering feel like the Justice League had.
Oh, yeah. Like when you mean when they reveal the Joker?
Yeah.
The name Joker.
Mark Maron!
Well, if you look up the cast, you don't even have to guess on whether or not that's a younger Bruce Wayne because it already tells you that it is.
It does?
It sure does.
Honest to God, I totally guessed on that.
Just kidding.
And Alfred's in this? Holy crap. Douglas Hodge. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, God.
Oh, sweet. Streetwalker's in this? No, Streetworker, not Walker. I was being smart. That's not a character in the comics.
Oh my gosh. Glenn Fischler.
That's cool. I like that. So yeah, what's funny is the guy playing Thomas Wayne is Brett Cullen. He was actually in Dark Knight Rises. He was the congressman that Catwoman kidnapped and got him like super drunk, and he was into her a lot. So yeah, there's a lot of
You're right, the stills are a lot better. Yeah,
I don't think we've seen a complete feel to it yet. You know, the part where he puts his 2 fingers in his mouth and pulls his smile up.
That was good.
That was a real...
You could tell he just broke.
Yeah.
Psychotic break.
Right.
Zazie Beetz is in this. She was in Deadpool 2.
Mm-hmm. Who knows how she's... Yeah, who knows what character she's going to play.
She's a love interest. Because they have that diner theme, or diner scene.
Yeah.
I assume a love interest. I don't know. Yeah, Joaquin's character is Arthur Fleck before he becomes the Joker.
Is there an Arthur Fleck in the universe of the Joker?
I don't know.
Okay.
I should know that. But yeah, Todd Phillips, he wrote the screenplay. You know, he's a talented guy. This looks really interesting to me. A lot of
small budget though.
Too. That's good though.
Yeah.
It'll make its money back.
Oh yeah.
And it doesn't look like it's going to be interesting what the plot is. You know?
Yeah.
Is it just him becoming the Joker? Wouldn't that suck if the last scene is that elevator scene in the trailer?
Yeah, and I really hope it's not.
It's not, because we have subway footage of him decked out. So, and he gets hit by a car at some point. Yeah, there's a lot of it's just gritty. Like, looks like some of the car chases you see in it are like very French Connection-esque. Like 70s almost feeling grittiness, even though I'm sure it takes place in the 80s.
Interesting.
I kind of wish DC would just choose a path, but now it seems like they're going to just... Basically what they're doing now to me is like what they do with their animated films. They all exist, basically, you know.
Yeah, there's so many universes.
There's one-offs, there's what-ifs, Batman Ninja, all those things. So I think it's interesting, though, to have that young Bruce Wayne and that Joker interaction. That's funny, because honestly, I totally guessed on that.
Yeah. Like, there was a lot of speculation until that came out.
This might actually finally break the mold. Like, you have Gotham, right? That started out trying to just genuinely be its own thing, but then they realized we need Batman, or we need all the Batman stuff without Batman, you know? This one seems like we can show you a little bit of Bruce Wayne and Thomas Wayne, but we're not going to go there. Like, we're not going to, you know, ever hint at what the future is. Like, this is now, this is back then.
I can't wait to see another preview.
It's due out October, I think, so far. So
yeah,
I like it. I've seen it a few times, the trailer. So I don't know if you'll get a nomination for this, but
depends.
See.
Yeah.
You know, if anyone could do it, he could do it.
He did it for cash. I mean, didn't he win an Oscar for that, or get nominated for it?
I don't know.
I don't think he did.
I mean, he was really
he got nominated,
but yeah, I don't think he won it. Hold on, let me look.
The reason also why I say there probably won't be like a more than one film is because, I don't know if you recall, but Marvel wanted Joaquin Phoenix to play Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's what broke the deal, is he didn't want to commit to
a multi-movie.
Yes, so I could see maybe them doing an isolated trilogy on this at best, but this could just be a one-off, just a character study. And if it's successful, can you imagine how many other character studies they could do with the whole universe? I'd love to see a Mr. Freeze character study. That'd be pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Again, I just wish they would choose a path and make it like, you know, I don't think it's too late to do what MCU has done. It's just, it'd be so damn cool if DC could pull that off.